Hey busy crafters, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and today we are making a 3D pumpkin wreath that, is for fall, of course. I got that pumpkin wreath form from my aunt and it was a little bit broken, so I had to kind of fix it a little bit. And then I got that foam poster board. It's not poster board, it's a foam board that I got from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. I started off by tracing it out and then cutting it. And then there was a little bit of the rough edges, so I just went ahead and cut off the rough edges and everything like that. I found that fabric at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale and I paid $4.79 for it for 1 yard. I used less than a half a yard, I could believe, so it is actually a little bit cheaper than normal, but I just, did the whole yard. And I cut it off, and that's what we're going to do. I went ahead, and this is the first time that I'm trying this. Other crafters swore by it, so this is how I'm going to do it. I wanted to try it, and so I did Mod Podge. I covered the whole pumpkin in Mod Podge, and then I dried the Mod Podge. And then I'm going to be laying that fabric that I got from Hobby Lobby over it, and then with my small Cricut press, I'm just going to go ahead and iron it out. It worked so well. There is no bubbles, there's no wrinkles, there's nothing, and it's sticking. This was actually made 2 weeks ago, I believe, or a week ago. It was a week ago, and it's still going strong. It's still hanging up. It's right there in my foyer. It looks amazing, and I am very happy with the way this turned out. It's not your bright color fall stuff, everything like that. So then what I did is I just trimmed out a little bit so that way I can fold it over to the sides and really have a good hold on it. And I'm using my finger knife that I got from Amazon as well. And then here we are. I'm just going to go ahead and start slicing a little bit of it so that it can fold over a little bit easier. And there's no like webbing, I guess you can call it, because it's got a little slice there. And then I just got to go ahead and go all the way around the pumpkin, hot gluing it with my Gorilla Glue hot glue. And yeah, so there's the finished project for that part. Here I was going to do some beads because one of the little spindles did break off. Unfortunately, I was going to put beads on the little wire things that make the pumpkin 3D, but I couldn't get the other ones off, so I just fixed the one and then scrapped that idea, but I did use beads. And so I am painting these beads with my Deco Art Americana acrylic paint in teal green. This green is the same color that's in the fabric, and it was like really close, so it got me really excited. I also got that teal green from my aunt. And yeah, so then the pumpkin form itself had a jute twine around it, and I just took it off because I was going to, when I place that right there over or under it, I'm just going to, jute twine it all right back up for the stem. So now I'm just figuring out, okay, how do I do this? This pumpkin form was kind of twisted a little bit. It was bent. So I had to fight with it a little bit. But like I said, it's still hanging up in my foyer. It looks amazing. It's holding together very well. Better than I expected, actually. And so I'm just going to go ahead and go through with the hot glue gun and just hot glue this 3D pumpkin form down. And now we're coming to the end, and that's what it looks like so far. I got that jute twine from Walmart. I can't remember exactly right now. I can't remember exactly what it is doing this video. I believe I paid $5.34. So I only added like maybe 20 cents to the cost of this because I didn't use the whole thing. I mean, it's probably not even 20 cents. It's probably like maybe a half a cent. But so I don't think I really added the jute twine into the cost of making this because the whole roll was like $5.34 and I didn't use that much. So I just went ahead and hot glued it. That hot glue gun is amazing. It's Gorilla Glue, and I've never had an issue with it. None of my projects have fallen apart using it. And yeah, So there's that. Now I'm just going ahead and finishing up the top of it because, when you're doing crafting, you want it to be as close to perfect as possible. It'll never be perfect, and that is fine. There's no such thing as perfect. There's always going to be flaw. So it's beautifully flawed, you know. So even if you see a little bit of the top, that's fine. It's handmade and it's still beautiful overall. We're all flawed, and that's just, you live a much happier life when you realize that. And the things that you do are wonderful as well. So I got these little picks from Hobby Lobby as well. They were on sale for 40%, no, 60% off. Yeah, they were on sale for 60% off. I paid $3.99 for these ones, plus the 60% off. So once again, they were really cheap. This whole thing cost me less than $40 to make. If you go to the store and you pick this up in the store, you're paying, you probably have to sell a kidney to pay for it. So it's much better to just go ahead and, make it yourself and have fun while doing it. And then you have your own touches in your own house, and it's to your liking, you know. So, yeah, I just cut it down a little bit. And to tell you the truth, when I was making this, I did not have a complete plan on how this is going to work out for me. I had no idea what I was going to do in the middle to cover up all the stems, but it worked out for the best. Those picks that you see there with the pumpkins and the white leaves and everything, I also once again got from my aunt. My aunt sent over a lot of crafting stuff, and I really thank her so much. Thank you, Aunt Anya. I really appreciate it. You've helped me out so much. And so now I have those little, they look like wheat. I have them in white and red. And once again, those were $3.99. And yeah, they were $3.99, 60% off. Correction, with the first flowers that I put down, those were not $3.99, those were $6.99, with 60% off. So I put down the white wheat first, and then I have the red wheat or the orange wheat there as well. And those two were also $3.99, 60% off. And I glued them down, and yeah. So then I put the white pumpkin picks on top of those ones. And this whole time that I'm doing this, being like, oh, this is looking good, I have no idea what I'm going to do for the middle to cover it all up. I knew I wanted a bow, but I did not want the bow on the bottom. I wanted the bow on the top. And also during this, I didn't even know if I was going to use the beads that I painted, because I have beads. And I was all like, I don't know. So as you're watching this, I was also wondering, what in the world am I doing? And how am I going to do this? And how am I going to pull this off? So it's kind of like an action film today. I guess. Not really action. Well, it could be action, because I did drop a couple beads and I had to chase them across the floor. So there's the action right there. But you're not going to see it on film because, who wants to see that? But, so yeah, here I am going ahead and gluing down those pumpkin picks. I have no idea where she got them. All I know is I got them from her, and it turned out amazing. So yeah, now I'm just figuring out, that pumpkin did not really want to stick. So I'm like, no, you're going to stick. So that little pumpkin got a little bit extra glue, because I think it was bent a little bit. The wiring on the pick was bent a little bit. So I got that all done. I bought these leaves also from Hobby Lobby. I bought most of the florals from Hobby Lobby when I bought the fabric. So I got those picks. They were also $6.99, I believe, or $8.99, somewhere in there, for 60% off as well. And then I just cut a couple of them. So I didn't even add the whole thing in for this one, because I only used a couple pieces off of one of the picks. And that's what I did. So I'm like, okay, these leaves will look perfect here. And that's what I did. So then I got those pumpkins from Walmart. They were also in like a discount area, so I didn't pay very much for them as well. Like I said, this was all filmed a week ago, and I did all the math back then and just did the whole cost. And so now I'm just going ahead. I got those wooden flowers. My aunt also sent over a bunch of wooden flowers, and they were in the cream colored. And one of the wooden flowers that you see there, that's in teal, I actually painted with my Deco Art Americana teal green. And I asked my husband what do you think about this? And he said, put the pumpkin in a different way. So that's what I did. So the pumpkin's facing us. I went ahead and got this jute, or this burlap ribbon that once again I got from my aunt. And so it was free to me. And I just made the awareness ribbon and then scrunched it in the middle with a zip tie. I tied it up real tightly, and then I wanted to hide the zip tie. And so I cut out a little piece of that fabric to put over the bow. I was trying to incorporate the bow into the fabric itself. I really wanted the teal to be in the front, but it didn't work out that way. But it worked out. So I just went ahead and made it into like a little ribbon size, put it around there, and glued it in the back. And then I just cut the ribbon at the angle, or the bow at the angles. And now with more of that jute twine that I got from Walmart, I just tied it around a couple times. And then this is where I'm going to add the beads, because I really wanted to add the beads. So the beads I got from Amazon, both beads, there were the raw beads, the raw wood beads that I painted with the teal color. And then there was a fall beads that came in a pack that has white, brown, or like a beigey, like a caramel color. Yeah, so there's white, brown, and orange. And then I added the teal beads that I painted. And both sets of beads came from Amazon. And now I added that there, and now I think I'm stringing it up. It's kind of off frame a little bit. I'm sorry about that. If you're liking this video so far, please like, share, subscribe, and comment below. I do get around to interacting with you guys, and so I will go ahead and comment on your comments and everything like that. If there's anything else that I could be doing better or that you want to see, please let me know, and I will go ahead and do that. I like challenges and all. Right here, I am taking the extra piece that I cut off from the beads, and I'm just making a little hook. And now we're coming to the end of this beautiful project. I love the way it turned out. It is amazing. It's pulling all the colors in, and it gives that little pop of color with the teal. And there you have it. Thank you so much for all you do, all you watched, and I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much. Come back now. Have a blessed day.